I'm a Mac automation expert with over 20 years of experience, and if you're using the Ken Burns effect all the time as well, just like I do, let's check out how to add the effect to any clip in our timeline with only one keystroke. And as always, thanks to an automation method I developed myself over the years, you won't need any coding skills whatsoever and can easily do it yourself. First of all, let's create a preset for our effect. So make sure you have an image added to your timeline and then click on the time indicator, type 1 semicolon semicolon, hit enter, extend your clip to your playhead to change its length to exactly 1 minute, move your playhead to the beginning, switch to the effects panel, search for the transform effect, add it to your clip, switch to the effect controls panel, click on the stopwatch icon under scale, move your playhead to the end of your clip, set the scale value to 200, right click on the transform effect, select save preset, rename it to Ken Burns effect preset, select anchor to endpoint, hit enter, and you're done. If this is the first time you're watching one of my tutorials, please head over to the shortcut settings in Premiere Pro and make sure you have assigned the following shortcuts: Effect Controls, Shift+X to highlight the Effect Controls panel, Effects, Shift+C to highlight the Effects panel, select Find Box, Shift+F to highlight the search field, and Timelines, Shift+V to highlight the Timelines panel. Last but not least, make sure you have the free trial version of the App Better Touch tool installed on your Mac. Navigate to this new icon up here, click on Configuration, and then let's create our new super shortcut. Click on these three little dots up here. Add a new trigger by clicking on the plus symbol in the left column and select Reusable Named Trigger in the right column. Rename it to Add Ken Burns Effect. If you haven't done it already, add another reusable named trigger, but this time rename it to Workflow Speed. Click on the plus symbol in the middle column, select the action called Pause Execution Delay Next Action Blocking from the drop-down menu in the right column and set its value to 1 second. Now highlight our Ken Burns effect trigger again and add the first action to our workflow by clicking the plus symbol in the middle column. Type Save Current into the search field of the drop-down menu on the right and select the action Save Current Mouse Position. Add another action called Trigger Named Trigger and write Workflow Speed into the text field in the right column. Now copy and paste this action a couple of times and make sure that all actions of our workflow are separated by one of these workflow speed trigger actions. This allows us to adjust the overall speed of the automation at the end very easily. Then record two keyboard shortcut actions next. Shift+C to switch to the effects panel and Shift+F to highlight the search field. Add an action called Insert Type Paste Custom Text next and type Ken Burns effect preset into the text area in the right column. We want the automation to grab our newly created preset and drag and drop it onto the clip in our timeline. To achieve that, add an action called Find Search Image on Screen and Move Mouse next. Click on Choose Area of Screen in the right column and resize and reposition this red transparent rectangle like this. Now hit the spacebar on your keyboard and wait for 3 seconds until the screenshot you just took appears in this little square in Better Touch tool. In the settings below, please change Search Image On to Screen with Mouse, limit the search region to top left quarter, change Move Mouse to Move to Center of Recognized Area and set the animation duration to 0.2 seconds. Add an action called Drag Mouse to Position next. Click on Record New Position, set both coordinates to 0, hit Save, change Relative to Saved Mouse Cursor Position and set the animation duration to 0.5 seconds. Then add a left click action and the two shortcut actions Shift+X and Shift+V. Add an action called Delay Next Action Blocking and set the delay in the right column to 0.2 seconds. And the last action you want to add is called Show HUD Overlay, which will serve as a subtle visual confirmation that the workflow has ended. In the right column, click into the text area and insert the green checkmark emoji, for example. Set the duration to 0.2 seconds, set it to Screen with Mouse and change the position to at mouse location. Offset it a little bit by changing the X value to 2 and Y to -5. Set the window level to maximum float on top and change the values for width and height to 90 pixels. Finally, make sure to set the opacity of both the background and border color to 0 and our automation workflow is complete. Now let's assign a keyboard shortcut to it. To do so, click on this little keyboard icon up here, then click on the plus symbol and now record any key combination you like. I'm going to assign it to a key of this used additional keyboard I have prepared in order to turn it into a really fancy customized Stream Deck for Premiere Pro. So in my case, I pressed this key and changed the trigger condition from works on all keyboards to works on keyboards with same type as used for recording to avoid activating the workflow when I press the same key on my regular keyboard. When your key combination is saved, click on the plus symbol in the middle column, add the action called trigger named trigger and type the name of our reusable named trigger into this text field in the right column. Let's see if it works. Position your mouse cursor anywhere over the clip in your timeline and then hit your assigned keyboard shortcut. There you go. Remember, there is still a 1 second delay between each action. That's why it's still pretty slow. To speed it up, just select the workflow speed trigger in the left column, click on the action pause execution delay next action blocking in the middle column and change its value from currently 1 second to 0.05 seconds. Well, that's better. From now on, you can add a Ken Burns effect to any clip in your timeline simply by hovering your mouse cursor over it and hitting the corresponding keyboard shortcut. And if you found this video helpful, please consider returning the favor by hitting the like button down below and by subscribing to my channel. I have planned literally hundreds of new tutorials already and I upload 4 new videos every week. Thanks for watching.